Hey there everybody, welcome back to another one of Jesse's Toy Reviews. So today we have Nickelodeon SpongeBob's Atlantis Squarepantis. This Burger King Big Kids Meal set of 12 came out in 2007. Looks like we're going to have a blast with this set, so why don't we get out of the bags and have some fun. To get things started off, we've got Kraken Porphyria. Look at that. We've got SpongeBob with an octopus body. He's got his tentacles hanging up here. We have some articulation with the arms, like that red color there. And he has a water squirter. So you fill up this back here, you close that up, and then you push this button, and water squirts right out of his mouth. He's got his tongue sticking out. Now, you're probably wondering what this white little pad thing over here in the corner. Well, that's what I have this out here for. These are actually Hydro Reveal labels. What you have to do is, let's see, it says to reveal the secret coordinates of this mysterious myth, wet the label in one of two ways as shown. Hold underneath a faucet or wipe with a wet napkin. Enter your code at www.bk.com/SpongeBob to discover exciting SpongeBob stuff. When the label dries, the image will disappear. So, I'm not really sure. This is an older set, so I don't know if that is still an active thing that you can do. But either way, I just wanted to show you that because they all have these white little tablets there. So, there you go. There is Kraken Porphyria. Next up, we have Spongy Lemuria. Well, if you're wondering what Lemuria is, we have this little cue card here that says, "Welcome to Lemuria." There's some stuff on the back here that I will read in a second. But let's take a look at the figure first. Again, he has that white tablet there. We have some articulation with that arm. It spins around. He's got a nice little hat. He looks like a regular old diplomat there. Well, he comes with a base. So what you do here is you got to match up those little holes on the bottom of his feet. And we'll get those attached in there if we're having a little bit of trouble. And so there he has a platform. And then I guess you would take this card and you would kind of put that on the back there. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what it says here. A lemur is a furry, tree-hopping creature and to have come from the land of Lemuria, a continent that may have existed in the Indian Ocean. Lemuria was destroyed after a natural disaster sank the continent into the sea. Since Lemuria was surrounded by water, it was thought that land bridges existed to connect India, South America, Africa, and Australia. These bridges were named Lemuria, which explains the presence of lemurs in Madagascar and Southeast Asia. Now, if only someone could explain the presence of fire in Bikini Bottom. Well, that certainly is a mystery now, isn't it? So we'll attach this card here, and there you have Spongy Lemuria. Take a look at this one. He is green. This is the Absorbing Dutchman. So, of course, you can see SpongeBob here with the Flying Dutchman costume, and he does, in fact, glow in the dark. So we're going to take a look at that. He's got some big old eyebrows there, and just look at those eyes popping right out there. I've got some yellow things at the bottom here. That way he stands up a little bit better. Doesn't seem to be working. But either way, that's what that is for. And again, he has his little tablet, and there's articulation with the arms. So why don't we turn off the lights and have a look at that. Well, as you can see, we have the lights off, and the glow-in-the-dark effect isn't all that bright, but it's still a really cool SpongeBob figure. This was the Absorbing Dutchman. Next up in the set, we have Bermuda Bob. He's got quite an inquisitive look on his face there. He looks a little worried. So he's got some articulation with his hand, again with that white reveal tablet there, and he's got some movement with his feet. Now, as for his uniform, I'm not sure if that's a captain's hat or if it's a police officer uniform, but he's still dressed up for something. I still can't get over that expression. So he comes with this little base here. I'm not sure if those are clouds or if it's some type of geographical map. Either way, maybe that's the sun or a compass. I really don't know. So he's got there's some pegs on here, and he's got some holes on his feet, so you can display him on here. But we're going to open this up, and we're going to show you what's inside. We've got some stickers. Stickers are just awesome. So here's Patrick. He looks all excited. Rah. And then we've got SpongeBob. He's sitting on the Atlantis sign with Atlantis in the background there. That's pretty cool. And then we have the two buddies hanging out together. So there you go. So we got some nice stickers here. We'll put them inside our little platform area. We'll close that. And then we will display SpongeBob on this platform. Let's see. Here we go. And there we go. There is Bermuda Bob. Well, SpongeBob certainly gets around. In this one, we have Sponge of the 7 Pagodas. He's got a nice turban on top of his head there with a gem. And it looks like he has some toga pants. Not really sure what that is. But he's got his little white tablet there. And just look at that expression. On the back here, we've got this ball. And we rotate that around, and his eyes go crazy. Look at that. Let's see, do we have articulation? We do have articulation with the arms. So there we go. There's Sponge of the 7 Pagodas. All hail the Atlantean Sponge. He's got some true fashion style going on here. We've got this red robe here. He's got his white scroll tablet with some blue armbands. I'm really liking that blue there. And he's got a nice fancy headdress. Not sure if that's a brass color there. He's got some green up top. And just look at that expression again. I like the expressions on these figures. So we've got a viewfinder here, but the camera doesn't quite pick it up. You can see Atlantis there, and there is some information on Atlantis going on there. So there you go. This was the Atlantean Sponge. I am not sure who his fashion designer is, but in this one, he definitely has a win. This is Shelly Code Squarepantis. He is wearing a bunch of seashells. And he's got this really nice blue color going on, and he has the glow-in-the-dark effect. We have articulation with the arms as well as with the legs. And just look again at that expression on his face. So let's turn off the lights and see what we got. Well, we're kind of picking up a little bit there, but that glow-in-the-dark effect isn't bright enough to get picked up by my camera, unfortunately. Either way, I'm still digging these glow-in-the-dark effects. This was Shelly Code Squarepantis. The next one in the set definitely looks like he's all tangled up. This one is SpongeBob Tangi, and he is wearing a suit of seaweed. His little white tablet here is in fact a little leaf. I'm really liking that. And all of these expressions on these figures are just cracking me up. He is in fact another viewfinder. So let's take a look in here and see what we got. It says Tangi. So it's giving you a little bit of information on the Tangi, which is a water spirit, by the way. And he either appears wrapped in seaweed or as a little seahorse. So that's a little bit of a hint as to what it says inside. So there you go. This was SpongeBob Tangi. Next up we have Absorbent Moo. He's got this purple robe. He's got these purple robes with this nice jewelry here. He's got a nice feathered headdress as well as this red he's got a staff going on there. So he's got some articulation with his arm, with his tablet, and he's got a bored looking expression. So of course this one is another one of those with the ball on the back here, and you roll that around, you get his eyes to go all crazy. So there you go. This was the Absorbent Moo. Next up we have the Nautical Nessie. So this one, of course, is a little bit of a spoof of the Loch Ness Monster, and he has a golf hat. That is just awesome. So he's got his little white tablet there, and he is winking at you. And of course, here's why. He is, in fact, a water squirter. So you fill up the water here, you close that up, you got your little button, and you squirt water right out of the hole between his two teeth there. So there you go. This was Nautical Nessie with his little golf hat. Next up we have Porous Poseidon. So there is SpongeBob all dressed up like the god Poseidon. He's got his nice little beard there with his toga, as well as he has a scroll, a white scroll there. He's got a nice crown, as well as his trademark trident. And this one comes with a base. So we'll put him on the base here. Like so. There we go. And he comes with a cue card. Welcome to Poseidon's Kingdom. Look at that. That is Atlantis right there. It's got some coral down here, and let's take a look at the back. So what does it say? Ah, the great Poseidon. As you may already know, Poseidon is the god of the seas. Poseidon rode the waves in a chariot drawn by dolphins, while triumphantly carrying his great three-pronged spear known as a trident. He populated the vast sea with creatures of his own design. Then Steven Hillenburg came along and added SpongeBob, Patrick, and the rest of the Bikini Bottom gang. Well, thank you, Steven Hillenburg. You have certainly given us a great treasure. So there you go. This is the Porous Poseidon. So to top off this amazing set of SpongeBob toys, we have SpongeBob Jones's locker. Of course, he is dressed up like Davy Jones, and this is to mimic Davy Jones's locker. So he's got this nice beard here. Look at those eyebrows, a nice pirate hat up top, and he's got a peg leg. We have some articulation here with this arm, with that white tablet again that we've seen throughout the whole set. And we have his locker. So we open that up. Like so, we just pull up on that, and we've got some stickers. So let's take a look at some stickers here. We've got SpongeBob. Look at that. He's having a blast. We've got Sandy, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. It looks like they're all having a great time, except for Squidward, because he's a grouch. And here we have SpongeBob and Patrick. They're stuck in a bubble. So there you go. We're going to tuck these away back in the locker. We'll close that up, and there you have SpongeBob Jones's locker. Well, that concludes another one of Jesse's Toy Reviews. We had a lot of fun with this Nickelodeon SpongeBob's Atlantis Squarepantis. This Burger King Big Kids Meal set of 12 came out in 2007. There are 2 different effects to look for here. We had some with platforms and cue cards, viewfinders, water squirters, wobbly eyes, stickers, and of course, glow-in-the-dark effects. This set was awesome. I would definitely recommend it to any SpongeBob fan or collector, which I am, so I'm glad I picked it up. So please stay tuned for more videos coming real soon. Thanks for watching.